Hey everybody, it seems like the thing to do about this time of the year is to show everybody a tour of your classroom. So I kind of wanted to do that here real quick. As you can kind of see here, went deskless this year, so all I have are chairs. My biggest class is a sixth grade class of 31, so believe it or not, every single one of them fit in here, and they were relatively good today. But geez, with that big a class, sometimes that's a struggle. But anyways, I got a blackboard, the Sword of Justice up there, which I haven't really incorporated yet. Is kind of a funny way to do discipline, but I probably will here in another week or so. Like a lot of people, one thing I adopted was to start off with the date and the weather. So these are two posters that I got off of teachersdiscovery.com, and it's like the first thing that we do every day is I ask a volunteer to go through the date, so they basically just say it. And I've noticed, like with my 6th through 8th grade classes, who I see every day, they're already used to it. Like they know that the next day is going to be, Friday, Viernes, and they're kind of picking up on it really quick, which is interesting. And they enjoy doing it and volunteer too, which I'm really happy to see, especially now since I'm, 100% CI and have committed to it. That thing. I have a Promethean board, which is kind of a smart board. I'm still figuring out how to use that. So, continuing on, let's see. This is what it looks like from the front. Okay. I have a little bookcase here with some readers. Those are more for the younger kids, but are kind of a backup for reading day. Catholic school, got to have statue of Mary. There she is. And then the back, I don't have a whole lot of furniture, really, or space except the chairs, but I found that one and I stole it from the hall before school started, so that'll be a reading chair. That's the flag of Puerto Rico there. When we get started, one thing I'm going to do is have a flag up and then try to have students guess to see if they can guess them by the end of the week. One thing I didn't have at my old school was some really nice billboards. So I have those here that I'll use when we start doing stories to post artwork there. Let's see. Even I have a third one. So being as though this is our first full week of school, I kind of made this my about me wall. So this is just about your professor or your teacher, profe, which is kind of cool because as we're standing here by the door in line, inevitably, like it's in English, of course, but they all ask me about it while we're lining up to leave. So we kind of have some time to just chat about things and get to know each other a little better. I do have a lot of storage here too, which is good. One of the 3rd grade teachers downstairs, she had these racks, I guess, that you hang on the door. And my first instinct after reading everyone's posts online was, man, those would be awesome for books. So I stole it and I put as many readers on there as I could. So those are kind of more children's books, but like here I had some Fluency Matters books that I bought before, so those would be good. I'd never heard of these before. Let's see, what is that? Rainbow Magic, but they were all like young women on them, so I thought that would be really good if some of my 6th graders, 7th grade, even the 8th graders, if they wanted to read a story where the girl was the protagonist, kind of like Bianca up there. So anyways, last couple things. Geez, I don't even remember who I picked that up from, but I put those up on the wall right there. Those are my rules to me. CI type stuff, go slow, repeat, make sure you're 100% comprehensible. Remember that class isn't about me and my plans, it's about the people in front of you, so personalize it. I haven't done a very good job of it this week, but I try to check for comprehension a lot, and I'm not allowed to raise my voice or yell to get everyone's attention. That's the grumpies. No bad moods allowed. classroom rules. This is the last thing I got. I stuck with 4, and we'll see kind of how it goes. The first 3 are kind of just your basic CI type things. More just respect is number 1, which kind of covers a lot. I used something I read in a book. I forget his name, but the book is called To Sell is Human, and he said one of the good ways to get a message across is to rhyme. So number 2, I thought would apply to CI classroom. Listen and read are the skills to succeed. One person talks, everybody listens, and then number 4 here is kind of right there. Number 4, we use for discipline and stuff. We use love and logic in my school, and this is kind of a main thing that you start off the year with is just telling students, really, I don't mind what you do at all, like in class or in the hallway or wherever, but you always have to ask yourself, if you do something, is it going to create a problem for someone else? So with respect, that also too takes care of a variety of sins and misdeeds, as you could say. But anyways, that's my desk. It looks pretty good. Of course, it is still the last week of August, and that is my classroom. Looks pretty good. Lots of room, and I like it.